These are 6 ways to actually have fun in VR. The first way to actually have fun in VR is actually really simple. So let's say you usually play something like Pavlov every day. You're used to the mechanics and the features, and the game doesn't really update all that much. So there's a problem now. You're bored because you just keep playing the same game over and over and over again. The same maps, the same guns, the same everything. Well, there's a simple solution to that, and that is to play a game that is the complete opposite of what you usually play. For example, if you play nothing but FPS shooters, then go ahead and play a puzzle game. If you play nothing but peaceful games like Township Tale, then play something with violence like Contractors or Pavlov, or one of my favorite games, Into the Radius. Just try to find the most opposite game that you play, like completely opposite genre, to give you the most polarizing experience. So you're either going to love it or hate it, and you will know it right away. And it'll spice up what you do with your quest and your entire VR experience. This will really give you the most unique experience, and honestly, I recommend you even try out mixed reality games, even though they drain your battery like me drinking water on a hot day. Wait till the end for the simplest and the easiest way to have more fun in VR. The next way, and it's with a little story. One thing I do a lot in VR is play a ton of single player games, but sometimes I get bored of that and I just hop into a multiplayer game with some friends, and it's usually the best time of my life in VR. I know this is a simple one, but there's a problem. Some people might not have friends to play with. Having a good night on a game with friends is one of the best things you can ever do in life, honestly, and especially in VR where things are a little bit more weird. Some games I recommend for you to play with your friends, and I think our great recommendations are Phasmophobia, VR Chat. VR Chat especially is a great time with your friends if you're out and about, like just trolling or even striking up great conversations. VR Chat has a lot of people on it, but there are also a lot of people that are quite weird in my opinion. But if once you find the great people, which there are plenty of, like all my viewers, all you guys are great people, then you know you've struck gold. And finally, last game I recommend is Pavlov. These are some suggestions. They're literally a way more. Dungeons of Eternity is the best quest game to play with your friends. I recommend. If you know any other game that is amazing in multiplayer, let me know down below, because I have been playing Dungeons of Eternity for a minute and the game's quite hard and I want to take a break. So the next one to actually have fun is how do you make some friends? How do you fix the problem of having no friends to play with? And that's simple. Go make some friends. But if you're saying, but Kesar, I don't know where to make friends or even how, the best way to make new friends is to play a game that you enjoy and turn on voice chat. The whole point of making friends is the talking part, and I know there are people out there who never turn on their mics. So if you're too shy to even speak in game chat, good luck ever making a friend in a game. I found a really great friend group in VR chat once just because I went to a bunch of strangers and just talked to him, and we honestly had a great time, and I realized we all clicked and we were all from the same place geographically, not in the US by the way, and honestly we just happened to be just great friends right away. So go ahead, become a social animal, make more friends. That's literally the only way I can give you suggestions. Here's another way to have fun in VR. But before I tell you, let me tell you about Joe. Now, Joe played every VR game. He was alright in some, horrible in others, and very good at none. He was a jack of all trades, but master of none. Now, the problem was he was getting very bored. On the other hand, he had a friend named Tim who was very good at playing Gorilla Tag, and he played that game 24/7 for years. Joe asked his friend Tim how is he able to play that game over and over again. And Tim said, it's because I'm good. The fact that he's good helps him enjoy the game. So to you viewers watching this, for you to actually have fun in a game is to really get good at a game you enjoy. This could be Pavlov, Gorilla Tag, Beat Saber, Blade and Sorcery. It does not matter. When you're good at a game, it makes life so much more enjoyable just to hop on and destroy everybody else playing. That's why I still play Fortnite and old Call of Duties to this day, because I have some skill left over from back in my day, and I don't want them to go to waste. So lock in, train, get good. Here's a simple one. Use mods. The problem with some games is that once you finish the main story or the really fun things to do in a game, there's nothing left for you to do. For example, Blade and Sorcery, there isn't much to do once you use the main weapons and check out all the maps. And Gorilla Tag, there are only so many cosmetics that you can use, and that's where mods come in. Tons of games nowadays have mod support. PC VR games have always had mod support, rather even if the creators wanted to support mods or not. But especially the Quest nowadays, a lot of games just support mods just straight off of the headset. Some games have mod loaders inside the game, like Blade and Sorcery and Bone Lab on the Quest. Mods can add a bunch to your game, like new weapons, more cosmetics, different maps, more to your storyline, better performance, better everything, even worse stuff. Mods are genuinely one of the best creations ever made. Some games that support mods, if you're wondering, are Gorilla Tag, Blade and Sorcery, Assetto Corsa, and a lot more. Playing with mods always makes your experience a lot better, and it really spices up games. That's why people love watching modded Minecraft, especially back in the day. That was my weakness. And finally, the one you've been waiting for the whole video, the easiest way just to have more fun in VR and spice up your life, give it a little bit more salsa, you know what I mean, is to watch content in VR. Now, there are many ways to do this. You can use the meta browser that comes on the headset, and use the websites on there because there is no dedicated Netflix app. So you have to use netflix.com or use youtube.com because I genuinely hate the YouTube app on the headset. I've never had a good experience ever in my entire 25,000 years of existence. You could use Airlink to your PC and watch the videos from there, but I don't like it because you can't use pass-through mode with Airlink, which is, I can't believe it. And my favorite way personally is to use the meta browser because you can use an what do you call it, the thingamajig, pass-through mode, so you can go anywhere you want, or you can use virtual desktop and have multiple environments to watch in. Now, one I recommend that I haven't personally tried, but I want you guys to be my guinea pigs, is big screen. Now, in big screen, you can invite friends to watch content in a pretty big area. It looks pretty cool, and you know, since I'm going to college next year, I can probably watch movies with my friends in VR since we're all going to be in completely different states. And you guys can just watch movies in a giant movie theater and make it one great experience. And it's an amazing way to watch content with your friends, even if you're alone. But I know my viewers have a bunch of friends and you guys don't really have to deal with being lonely. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below.